Hello, everyone. So just looking at the audience, how many people know about Meebits by any chance? Okay, we're seeing a few Meebits people. How many people know about DAOs in general? Okay, brilliant. Okay, so this is a good crowd to speak to. So my name is T. Full name is Teddy Onditi, but I go by T. I am the general manager of MeebitsDAO, and I would like to walk you through what MeebitsDAO has been doing in the ecosystem, as far as the metaverse, as far as Meebits, and the future. So, so I think it's important to talk about. Previous slide, please. It's important to talk about timelines here, just to understand where we did come from and where we are going. So May 9th, 2021, Kai Gani was the brainchild of MeebitsDAO. So this came at a point where Lava Labs, of course, the originators of the punks and the Meebits, promised that the Meebits would be part of the metaverse, but it wasn't being brought to fruition. Martin John kind of too much that they could chew, in a sense. And so a group of enthusiasts, like kind of the game shapers in the crypto space at the time, came together and wanted to do something with Meebits, because these were interesting 3D voxel files that were supposed to be ready for the metaverse, hence its curation during May 9th. And then the first vote on Snapshot went up October 6th, 2021. And then MeebitsDAO was able to work with Lava Labs to build file formats. So Meebits already are 3D voxels, but they did not have file formats, so we needed VRMs, FBXs, other riggable voxel files available, and so the DAO helps create that with Lava Labs. And then on March 11th, 2022, this was kind of in the works with the Lava Labs team. Yuga Labs acquired Punks and Meebits, the IP, and so this kind of became a question of where does MeebitsDAO go? Because MeebitsDAO was acting like the peddlers of the Meebits IP at the time. And so Danny Green, who was the previous general manager, was able to move on to Yuga Labs as the Meebits lead, and then I then took over. And so with Yuga Labs also acquiring this IP, we were trying to figure out how much of the open metaverse is in their agenda, and how does MeebitsDAO come to play. And so on August the 15th, that's also another incredible time when Yuga Labs allowed Meebits holders to have rights to their IP, so you're able to commercialize your Meebit. Yeah, and so let's go forward. So the MeebitsDAO has landed on 3 key focus points. And so the first one is open metaverse integration. We do believe that metaverses should be interoperable. We're looking forward to a life where people can have assets in a certain metaverse and put it in a different one, and have open markets and allow kind of builders to build, whether you're doing it on Unity or the Real Engine, and people to talk together as far as tech is concerned. And I think that's something very important that MeebitsDAO is trying to amplify. As much as Meebits will be on the other side, we want to see it at as many worlds as possible. And another thing is being a developer DAO. So I'm a software engineer by trade. Most of the people who were early into the MeebitsDAO ecosystem were software engineers. And so this was something that we like to foster by giving people microgrants to allow that to happen. And then a launchpad for commercial licensing. And so everybody talks about storytelling, and they want to make sure that Meebits are able to be part of the commercial world. However, it's difficult for individual holders to make that a reality. So MeebitsDAO can help broker these deals and make it a reality for different people. Next slide. Yeah, so we'll look at a brief timeline of MeebitsDAO and the open metaverse. Of course, we had Sandbox Land very early on, and then we had a Meebits API that we did create. And so the API allows people to easily take their formats, their file formats, be a VRM, and give access to different third parties so that your Meebits can be used in their open metaverse. And then we joined the World Wide Web, and we had the Runners League in 2022. And then, of course, Meebits officially joined the sandbox as playable characters. This was something that the DAO did not do, but it was something that Sandbox felt important to include the entire 20,000 collection in there. So if we look at a glimpse of the Open Metaverse, this was a partnership that we did with OG Art. And so it's supposed to be a video playing, but I think you can get the gist of it. So you're able to drag and drop your formats. So in a world where people get scammed quite a bit, it's important for people to just be able to not connect their hardware or wallets, because these are assets that people really like and want to protect. So the drag and drop is very important in this new day and age. And so MeebitsDAO is allowing people to use that type of technology as opposed to connecting their wallet. Oh, okay. Yes. So yeah, and OG Art is an incredible, if you haven't heard about OG Art, they make dynamic NFTs. They're based in Paris, and they do incredible curations. One of them is called Heterosis, which is based on this, and this is based on a London greenhouse. And so, yeah, they create very incredible dynamic NFTs that are powered by AI, and it's something you should definitely look into. Let's go to the next slide. So these are a few other places that we're in. So one is Portals. Portals is a very incredible, it helps people build things, and it's very, it has a lot of use cases for individuals who want to play games and make their own worlds. We have noticed that people are bored of metaverses. There's so many, there's very little engagement. Decentraland is suffering, Sandbox is suffering, so we're looking for places where people can be able to have more engagement through community activities like games, gamified experiences, etc. So we can look at the power of IP and why it's important to us. And I think let's go to the next slide for that. Meebits are able to tell stories. In a sense, this is my Meebit. I call it T-Bit the Explorer. One thing that we do is go from different metaverses, and so people being able to kind of, social signaling in Twitter is very important. Everybody is identified by their PFP, and so if we are able to make these PSPs have stories and laws, that's where the future of most brands are going. They're looking into storytelling, they're looking into kind of having film and different avenues to explore more on their IP, and I think storytelling is very important. And so these are a few innovative projects that we do have. One of them is Meekix that we will be heading over soon, and so another one is definitely, if you're a developer and you need to be part of like a micro grant, that's something MeebitsDAO will be able to let you know. And then as far as growing the ecosystem, please come to our event. We have an event. It's a Meebits event at 12 p.m. today, and you should be able to follow our Discord and Twitter for any other insights that you do need to know about. But this is Teddy. Thank you so much for listening, and I'll see you at the next one, I guess.
All right, give it up for Teddy. That was awesome. Could you just put the microphone?